Good morning, friends. My name is Jenny, and I'll be reading our Bible stories for this morning. We actually have two stories. The first one is called The Fiery Furnace. It's from Daniel. King Nebuchadnezzar's army had defeated the Israelites. Now he was their ruler. King Nebuchadnezzar built a golden statue. Then he made a bad law. It said, when the music plays, everyone must bow down and worship the statue. Those who disobey will be thrown into the fiery furnace. The music began to play. The people fell down and worshiped the statue. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused. We only worship the true God, they said. The king was mad. The king said, make the furnace extra hot. He had the three men thrown inside. Yet when the king looked into the furnace, there were 4 men walking around. One of them looked like an angel from God. The king shouted to the men, come out, your God has saved you. The fire had not hurt them. They did not even smell like smoke. So the king made them rulers of his kingdom. Our second story this morning is called Daniel and the Lions. Darius became the new king of Babylon. Daniel was his chief helper. The king's other helpers did not like Daniel. They said to the king, you are such a wonderful king. You should make a new law that for the next 30 days, everyone must pray only to you. If they disobey, they will be thrown into the lion's den. King Darius made the new law, but Daniel kept praying to God because Daniel loved God. The king's helpers caught him praying. They told King Darius, now you must throw Daniel into the lion's den. The king knew he had been tricked, but he had to obey the new law. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. He was not afraid. He knew God would take care of him. King Darius told Daniel, I hope your God will save you. That night the king could not sleep. He was too worried about Daniel. At sunrise, the king hurried to the lion's den. Has your God saved you from the lions? He called. Yes, answered Daniel. My God sent his angel to protect me. So Daniel returned to the palace. Then King Darius ordered everyone to honor and respect God. Thanks, friends. Have a great morning.
Hi, I'm Miss Amy. Here's our discussion for the fiery furnace. So we see this king here, right? And he's made a law that doesn't make a lot of sense. His law is that people have to worship, they have to bow down to this statue anytime the music plays. But these 3 men say, no, we can't do that because the Lord is our God. We can't bow down to any other statue. So we won't do that. And the king says, you have to do that. You're making me very, very mad. I'm going to throw you in this fiery furnace. So he did. But look, does it look on page 249 like these men are scared or like they're in pain or like it's really hot? Or do they look happy? They look pretty happy to me because there's this angel from God here with them too. So God protected them in the fiery furnace because they worshiped only God. And because of that, what does the king decide at the end of the story? The fire hadn't hurt them, and they didn't even smell like smoke. And the king said, wow, that must be a powerful God. And so he made these men his helpers. And then we're going to talk about the story of Daniel. Daniel is a king's helper, but the other king's helpers didn't like him, did they? Ooh, and look, they have kind of mean faces, like they're going to do something mean to Daniel. So they told the king that he should make a law that for the next 30 days people could only pray to him. And Daniel said, well, I only pray to God because the God is the one true king. So I'm going to keep praying to God because I love God. And Daniel's helpers, oh, look at them. They're peeking in, and they caught Daniel praying, and they said, oh, gotcha. Now you have to be thrown into the lion's den with the lions. And so Daniel had to go down into the pit, and look, Daniel looks pretty afraid here. Looks pretty afraid. But then it's all okay. God sends an angel, and God protects Daniel because Daniel believes in God, and Daniel won't pray for anybody else other than the one true king. The craft for today is a lion puppet.